It's Rosie at RoseByNameCo. I'm back today to do another video. This one's a little bit different. I'm going to do a journal cover, which I've not done yet. No doubt it's a little bit of a daunting task for some people, as it is for me sometimes. Most of the times I try to do the journal cover right away. And other times I need to feel what the journal is about a little bit more, and then I will do it towards the end. But when I leave it for the end, then a lot of times I'm procrastinating, I'm still thinking, I'm trying to get to it, I do other things and so on. So I do try to do it like right away before I even start a journal. In this case, I'm going to do a couple of journal covers only for my shop. So what I do for journal covers is use any upcycled cardboard that I might have around the house, and I will measure it and then cut it out to a certain size that I want. So really any kind of cardboard that you have sitting around may do. So it is a bendable kind. It's not hardcover. It is more of a soft cover. And in this case, I'm going to do size 6.5 by 4.5 with a 1.5 inch spine. So I measure 2 because I'm doing 2 at once, and just to show you that it's a 6.5 by 4.5, and the spine will be about 1.5 inches. So when I start a journal cover, what I do first of all is get one of these papers, which is just tissue paper that you might get in, when you order some things, or you might have laying around to wrap things into and so on. So I've seen this somewhere a long time ago, and really was when I first started, so I can't remember where I've seen it. But instead of putting the cardboard directly onto cloth, which you could do, I like to do it this way first. I will put it on a piece of paper like this, and glue it down. It will become a cover to which I will later glue the fabric onto, so that I can play with fabric. I have a cover, it's in the shape of a cover, that's what I want, and then I can put different fabrics on to see what it might look like. So I'm just going to leave about half an inch all around, which then I will flip over onto itself. So I will just use a glue stick and go ahead and glue this down. And it will be sewn over, so it doesn't need to be, so it doesn't need to be glued, too hard onto the, but I do want everything to kind of stick. And I will flip it over. So I put the side that has writing on it up so that when I put fabric over it, it'll cover it well. And here I will have a lighter sort of cotton fabric on the inside of the cover. So this is the spine, and I'm going to give it about like an 1/8 of an inch. Just a little bit of space so that when something is put into about this much, into the journal, it has some flexibility. And just kind of rub over this a little bit, make sure that it sticks. Now a lot of times it doesn't want to stick at the edges, and I might have to put a little bit more, maybe PVA glue. Maybe you want to use PVA glue for this process also, some craft glue. Okay, and this is of course Reese's, which is one of my favorite chocolate bars and everything else. I have lots of that around the cupboard. About that much. It's good enough. It's not, perfectly. It's, as we know, it's still good in our world. Okay. So, because it might eventually then, I'm going to use this glue here, which is a clear gel glue on the corners a little bit, just so it sticks a little bit better. So today I'm going to make one journal is going to be still a Halloween journal. I've been requested to make one more for a client, one more Halloween journal of some things that she has that she would like to put into. And the other one will be of any other kind. Okay. Okay, so now that I have everything glued down, I will just cut around it. Just giving it that 1/2 inch all around. It's going to be folded in, so again, just the best you can do. And then for the corners, I do like to go on an angle and cut them this way. A little bit on an angle here, and then this way as well. Okay. So now we have something that looks like this, and we're just going to glue this down as well. I want to look at in the back here just to see if there's anything else you might want to glue down. Otherwise, it might stick up a little bit. So let me just take a look over here. I'm going to put a dab of glue right down. And over here as well, just in case. Now for the sides, again, I'm just going to use the stick glue and just fold it right over and into the middle here, pushing it into the groove. And on this side as well. So I do the long sides first. Probably doesn't matter which side you do first, but okay. This way. Bending it inwards here. And just at the edge on each side here. And then we're going to have a little cover or pre-cover. Okay, so now when I have some fabric that I want to put onto it, I have an actual little journal in the shape of a journal anyways, and I can now see what some kind of fabric I might put onto this. So I'm going to grab some fabrics and be right back. So let me show you a little bit of fabrics that I've chosen for these covers. I have a few different ones, and I have another stack over there that I will show you. Just first of all, before I even put anything onto the cover to see what it looks like on the cover, I'm just going to choose 2 or 3 fabrics from the stash that I have. I have a lot more really somewhere in boxes and so on, but sometimes I just work with what I have here at the moment because eventually I have to use it all up anyways. So I have this one, which is a little bit of a shiny black fabric. The client has suggested black and orange, so I will look for something black and see what else I can pair it up with. So this one is interesting. It's a little bit shiny. and but purely black, so it's a good one. And this one, it kind of looks like black. I thought actually that it was black, but I believe now when I open it, it's more of a midnight blue. It does have a bluish tint. I'm not sure if you can see it. So it's a midnight blue. It's very dark. It could pass for black, and it's more of velvety type satin fabric. Very nice also. So I will think about that. And I do have quite a bit of it, so I can use it up. I have a small piece, which might fit on the cover. It's almost a little bit of a leather look. It is black. Might fit just as well for background. And then, of course, you add your embellishments on top of that. So I will think about this one. Then I have this deep red burgundy color. More satin also, but more of a shiny look, like silk maybe. So I might think about maybe putting half and half. I'm not sure. I might do the front in black and the back in burgundy, maybe. Then I have a little bit of sparkled, these are flowers, but they are in black and silver. To me, they could very well pass for a Halloween type journal. So maybe I might put a little bit of it somewhere, or maybe even on something like this, where perhaps this is the front, and then I might put maybe half of that in a little bit shiny, or just a strip somewhere in the middle perhaps. So I will think about this one as well. And this one is just plain cotton fabric, and it is in black with tiny flowers. Maybe not particularly Halloweenish, but I might think about it because it is mostly black, just a little bit of cream on it, and it might go with orange just as well. So let me just see what I might pick out of these. I'm going to put orange, a little bit of orange ribbon on top of each one and see how that might look. So I found some ribbon in orange and a little bit of more designer one. And so I'm just going to look at how that looks. This one looks really beautiful against this shiny black here. And this one as well, but I believe I prefer maybe this one to that. And so this one I think is definitely a contender, so I'm going to put this aside for now. And I'm going to look at this velvety midnight blue. This one perhaps might go better with something like this. So each one, you get a feeling about it, what might look best on it. I think the orange is also good, but because it's not completely black, I think it maybe clashes a bit. I'm not sure. So I kind of like the subtle ones here better, but it definitely would go with that. Now, this one, of course, doesn't have any shine to it, and it's very dark but not quite black. So I'm not sure if I'm into making the dark blue either. I believe probably black might go best for this. So I'm going to put this on the other side. So now this burgundy, let's see, it does have a bit of shine, which, you know, I like a little bit of sparkle shine on everything, but doesn't have to be necessary. So let me just see now how the orange might look. I think this orange looks pretty good. And this one, it's not bad, but I think just the orange on this one looks really nice like this. Because this is a lighter color, and I have a bag of things that I pulled out that I might use. Let me just also see what the black might look like. Let me see if I have something black. I have something that's more sheer like this. Oh, this would look really nice on it. Almost maybe for a closure or even of this sort. You could put something like this, right? The orange under and then black on top. Or the other way around. Of course, anything you do, you I have to play with it to see what might look best. So anyways, this is not bad with black. Let me just see something I have that's a little bit more solid in black, or let me see what else I might have. A couple of these. And this one as well. So there's a little bit with greenish. That's not bad. And I think maybe the greenish might go better. Not sure about these ones, but I will think about them. And this one's a little bit more. So black does look nice on this red as well. So, but at the moment, I'm not sure about red. So I'll put that on this side. Now this is black as well. Of course, the black and red looks fantastic. And let me try one of these different ones. So this one, well, it's not too bad. And this one with a little more black. It's not too bad either, but the black part here blends in, so I probably wouldn't put that. And this one, not bad, but again, I prefer this one over it. Now this one is, it has a little bit of a sheen to it, but not a lot. So I might even, I don't know, I might think about it. And something like this, overall, I'm not sure that I would put this over the whole cover, but I might put a little bit of it somewhere. Now, for me, this one doesn't go really, and maybe something like this first, and then something on top, or like that, perhaps. But I'm not sure about putting the shiny on the as a base on the whole cover. So I'm going to put it on the other side. And this one, okay, so this goes, and that's not too bad either, but it's a little bit light maybe for this one. More perhaps like that. I could see possibly the small flowers being on here, on there. This looks nice. And maybe even this on top, for example. This is just for example. This isn't something I might do, but that's not bad. I don't know. Maybe I'll put it this side for now. I'm really not decided. So I do have some other ones. So I do have green. I use this green one. Oh, see, it doesn't look green on the... Looks a little bit different, I think, with my light, but it is quite green. This, perhaps black. Like this would look nice. Even like that, not bad. This one that has a little bit of green on it also. I'm not sure. I kind of like the green, so I'm just going to put it over here. Then I have this one, which actually I used on my mini journals, and inside the 3 Halloween journals that I did, I also used that. Now to put it all over the cover, I probably wouldn't do that. I might just put a piece of it somewhere on the cover, but I wouldn't use this for the base of the cover. Then I have this black here, which is, I have quite a bit of it, and I am using them on the circle 7 for the closure for these long strips. They're beautiful. So something like that perhaps might actually go on the cover. So if we're putting it this way, or even this way, that might go together. And let me see. Well, maybe. I'm not sure yet. I probably will not be using this. Somehow the stripes, it is nice, you know. It is nice. What about from the other side? It doesn't have to be the shiny side, right? It could be this side. This looks very nice also. but I'm thinking maybe a stripe of that might be nice somewhere rather than the whole cover. So yeah, that's more than for something else. So what I have chosen is the green, which looks bluish as I see on my phone, but it is green. I'll show you maybe without the light in a minute. And then I might use that, but that's probably on the bottom of my list. Then this one I chose. And this is probably between these three. This one that's a little bit shiny. And then this green one. Let me just see what it might look like without the light. If it looks more green, it's still still kind of looks bluish, but it is very emerald green. So anyways, I will choose one and then come back and show you which one it is I chose. So I did choose two of the blacks, one with a little bit of sheen to it, and one that is more flat in color. So this one actually is already practically in the size of this journal. So if I put that on top, I could cut it with my pinky shears right over here and just leave it on the edges just like this. So now, because I have this pre-cover made, I can kind of see what this might look like if it was the already glued on. And I do like the feel of it. And I like the look of it as well. Now it does pick up little bits as I see that, as I'm turning it over just on here. But I do have a fabric here as well, and it's also probably picking up a lot of stuff. So this is what this might look like. I still like it because it isn't going to be plain like this. There's going to be things on it anyways, as far as, you know, embellishments, ribbon and lace or whatnot that I might decide to put on it. So this is what it might look like. I do like the look of it. Now the other side, let me just check the other side just in case. It does. This one does have a little sheen to it, like the other one. Maybe not as much. I mean, that's a possibility as well. What do you think of that one? It's also nice. Maybe it doesn't pick up as much. I'm not sure. And it has a bit of a sheen. So I'm going to try the other one that I have here. So now why does it matter? Why am I taking this much time to see what the background might look like? Well, to me it does matter because that's where I'm basing the whole journal on, is the kind of look that I want, or the kind of the color that I want, and so on, to be predominant. So let's see, this one also looks nice. Of course, any fabric, you know, you put it on the cover, looks nice. But I'm just gonna look at it more as far as, you know, if I handle it, it feels a little bit, it's more thin, it's thinner than this one. It seems to be a little bit more slippery, so to speak. So although it looked very good to me initially, I'm not sure. It might actually change color a lot according to where the light hits it, it seems. Although it's still nice. Not sure if the inside is any different, but I'm almost thinking that I might go with this because other things might grip to it better if I glue it. And so I have made the choice, I believe, to go with this one. So I'm just going to cut this one more to size so that I have the outside and then it's, you know, perfectly matched to the cover. And I will go with this side here. And I'm just going to get my pinky shears and then I will cut this. So I'm just going to kind of, it's a little bit uneven, so I'm going to fix that with the scissors. But I'm not sure if I can sort of make a mark where I'm going to cut it. Or maybe I will just glue it right on and then cut it. Yeah, I might do that. I will glue it and then I will cut along whatever I need to cut. So now I'm going to again use the glue stick. You could use the PVA glue or whatever it is that you decide. The glue stick does well enough for me, and again it's going to be sewn all around. I'm going to put ribbons on it. I'm going to sew in the middle, so it is going to be sewn all over anyways. So I'm just going to rub the glue on all over, and I will put, in this case, a little bit of fabric tack just on the edges. Just to make sure that it sticks. Otherwise, I try not to use fabric tack too much because I have a lot of other glues and I'm just trying to use everything as much as I can. So, let's see if we can. Oh, it's almost perfect as far as where it is situated. It's pretty good like this, I think. Okay, so let's just make sure that it's stuck down. And I do like my the ridges in between here. Okay, so I'm just gonna continue with putting glue all over the cover and putting the fabric that I've chosen onto it. And a little bit more. Just around the edges and in the groove as well. And over here. Okay, so that should be pretty good. And when you look at it from this side, first of all, make sure that it's kind of in the middle. So a little bit towards the top, I believe. Okay. And I'll have to trim it as I go. Okay. I don't want any bubbles really, but I'm not too concerned. I don't usually use a credit card or anything. I just use my fingers for the most part. Okay. There, I think it's pretty good. Looks nice. So I'm just going to get my pinky shears. Okay, so I have my pinky shears and I'm just going to trim off the excess on this side. I don't know why I like to pause in the middle of a sentence. I just like to. Oh yeah. Then I answer or I continue. On this side, just a little bit over here at the edge. Maybe here a little bit. This side is not too bad. I don't want to overdo it because eventually then you end up with very short sides as well. Okay, so I'm going to leave it at that. And just put this away. So now that we actually have half a cover anyways, because we didn't do the middle yet, and eventually we'll get to that as well. But now we can do the fun part of starting to see what we might be putting on this cover.